Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was. Same as it ever was.
Welcome to Denver Broncos Mile High View Training Camp War Room, Quarterbacks Edition. It didn't take very long for Sports Talk Radio to throw Joe Flacco under the bus. Well, he's not connecting. Well, it's got to be his fault because we have the best receivers, or the Denver Broncos have the best receivers out there. Not. Okay? That's a dilemma I addressed in the wide receiver edition. No, the Broncos have a wide receiver dilemma, and I discussed that. Okay, that's part of the problem. Two, we're talking training camp. We're talking a new offensive coordinator, quarterback. You know, everybody's trying to get familiar, okay? So they have that going on. Now, here's the other thing. You have quarterback obsessing going on with Locke, with Drew Lock. Okay? They cannot stop obsessing. Okay? And this is what's really pathetic about it. Well, he's not making mistakes, so he's not connecting with anybody. Same kind of problem, you know, there's a wide receiver problem, playbook problem, learning problem. But he's not throwing picks. Well, I got news for you. There's a guy, his name is a deer in the headlight, called Paxton Lynch. Guess what? He wasn't throwing very many picks either. So I wouldn't be getting excited over underwhelming. You know, a guy didn't throw picks in training camp. And you can already feel the sense that if Flacco, who, by the way, I was opposed, and then recanted thinking, well, maybe it was better to bring him in because you got Scandrell. But I was on record first being opposed to bringing in, especially for the money, Flacco. But you can already hear Sports Talk Radio getting ready to throw Flacco under the bus to Locke. And I would strongly recommend you restrain yourself from that. Locke against top-tier defense in college melted, folded like a lawn chair, okay? And it just got worse as the game went on. So I think you better make sure he gets plenty of reps before you decide to give him the Flacco the heave-ho. Now, the other thing I want to discuss is system. You always hear this thing about big arms. This goes back to this obsessing over the arm. The problem is big arms, and I don't understand, again, the thinking that goes on out there. Big arms do not win championships, okay? Fast passing, 1 to 2 read only, ball out of the hand, 3 seconds, that's what wins championships. I understand it's not as exciting to watch as Elway running around like a chicken with his head cut off, throwing the ball all over the place. I understand, or, you know, Cam Newton, whoever it is. I understand that the appeal is a guy running around like a chicken with his head cut off, throwing, you know, bombs away. But that's not what wins championships. You know, moving the chains, usually mid-range passes, short passes, mid-range passes. That's what wins championships. It saves your offensive line, but you got to have wide receivers who can actually run a route to do it. And the Broncos do not have that. I'm very interested to see what kind of a system Scandrell runs. You know, if you want to get into this third and fourth read bullshit, you're never going to go anywhere in the NFL. You don't have time in the NFL for third or fourth reads on the regular. Maybe once in a while, maybe. But you shouldn't rely on that. It shouldn't even be a part of your game plan, you know, because you just don't have the time. And that's what the Carolina Panthers found out in the Super Bowl when they played the Broncos, who got after them immediately. It was never in their game plan to get rid of the ball quick. So, you know, all I'm saying is that it's going to be very interesting. They're already, like I said, priming the pump. You know, that's what they do in Denver. You know, they're already starting to get the tombstone out. The tombstone, they're getting it out to put R.I.P. Flacco. Another, you know, like I wrote, had another video, Denver, where quarterbacks go to die.